Hello, this is the Radio Geek, here again to show you one of my other radios. This is a Tecsun World Receiver, the R9012, and it is a nice little shortwave radio, shortwave bands, 1 through 10, and a medium wave band and an FM band. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Actually, I'll show you. Here is a deck of cards. It is not much bigger than that. And for such a little radio, it really does a really good job on reception on all the bands. FM is good, AM is good, shortwave is really amazing for its size and low cost. This radio can be had for about $20 on the internet, either eBay or Amazon. Go through and just show you some of its features. It just has a little wrist strap here, lanyard. Of course, the telescoping antenna for FM reception as well as shortwave. You've got tuning control knob over here on this side, and the on-off switch is here. Down here is your band selector switch. It's got a position here at the end of the switch that shows you what shortwave band you're on, 1 through 10. And then if you slide it all the way this way, then you look at this end of the switch, and it's got a mark that will either be on medium wave or FM once you push the switch all the way that way. On the other side, you just have your volume control here, your headphone, and your DC jack. It does not come with a DC power supply, but you could probably get one. It's supposed to be 3 volts, but the weird part is that the inner pin is the negative and the outer shield is positive. So that's kind of backwards from most power cubes that you see. So be careful when you're plugging in there. I have not tried it. I don't know if there's any diode protection in the radio in case you put the power supply in backwards. I would hope and think that there is. It's just a cheap couple penny diode to protect from something going wrong there. So we hope that that's in there, but beware, it may not be. The battery door here on the back, and it just runs on a couple of AA batteries. Only 2 batteries, not 3, 2. So that's one of the rare Chinese radios that actually has a pair of batteries instead of an odd number. It's got a little tilt stand here you can use to prop up the radio with when you're listening, like so. If you choose to use it, it's pretty stable for its size. Not too bad. So I just thought we'd give it a quick little spin here on the shortwave band. I guess that'd be the most interesting. Show you what we can pick up. It's in the middle of the afternoon here, so we're going to be on the higher bands. And right now the switch is on band 5, so that's 9.25 megahertz to 9.95 megahertz. And we'll try that one, and then maybe we'll go up a couple of bands here in some of the higher frequencies, which are more likely to find something during the daylight hours, and the lower frequencies are typically better for nighttime. But this thing is quite amazing. It's just an analog radio. The dial seems to be fairly accurate, and it really does pull in some stations. So hopefully we'll find some here today. Well, we know we're on shortwave because we have Brother Stare again.
your money. Get on a plan with Financial Peace University. Go to daveramsey.com/SPU.
It does have a little tuning light that lights up when you get a stronger station, which is kind of nice. Getting a little of that fading that you get on shortwave. Not sure what these stations are.
Ford has put a deceiving has proclaimed disaster against you. We'll not spend time there because we don't have time to spend there, but I just want you to take time. You choose the community from them. All the most other
You can see we're picking up quite a few stations in the middle of the day between 9.25 megahertz and 9.95 megahertz, so nice receiving. Alright, we'll move on down to shortwave band 6, which is 11.55 to 12.05 megahertz.
Avec secrétaire d'État nord-américain John Kerry qui était visité là-bas au mois de juillet pour l'ouverture de l'ambassade des États-Unis qui était marqué un autre moment important dans la recherche de relations saudiennes.
Unpleasant, you have to deal with them. This is one that has to be because I perceive that there are still people thinking the farmers.
That Pentagon will fight against ISIS.
There he is again.
Instead of taking real action.
Alright, we'll move on to the shortwave band number 7, which is 13.25 to 13.80. One of the time stations. Always good for setting your clocks. Find one of those stations. Sounds like maybe it could be some single sideband. This is not a single sideband receiver, so you can't really tune it in any better than that. But sometimes you can make out a few things, but it sounds like sideband. Okay, let's go up one more here. 15 megahertz to 15.75. Here's WWV at 15 megahertz.
Et on a des médias privés qui ont tout le temps dénaturé la situation à l'intérieur du Venezuela. En admettant l'adéquation de toute manipulation générale, souligné que la Constitution et la démocratie étaient en fait au Venezuela. Le chef de l'État vénézuélien a précisé que la victoire a favorisé une contre-révolution qui a imposé sa guerre. Il a tout de même appelé l'opposition à la cohabitation.
A little bit of a weaker one there, but still coming in.
Century, and nobody on planet Earth had ever heard of such a thing. You won't find it in Catholic sources, you won't find it in Orthodox sources, you don't even find it in Protestant sources until the 19th century. And even today, the majority of Protestants reject this doctrine of the rapture. It became very popular in fundamentalist Protestantism in North America through the publication of something called the Scofield Reference Bible. It was picked up by Dallas Theological Seminary in Dallas, which trains a lot of fundamentalist ministers. And so, you know, and it's been popularized by guys like Hal Lindsey and Tim LaHaye and the Left Behind book series. All right, but it's a
On peut parler rapidement quelques en basket. Oui, les Los Angeles Clippers ont battu Charlotte Hornets 122 à 117. Même chose pour les Lakers de Los Angeles, 112 à 104.
Et San Antonio a gagné face à Phoenix. Merci,
Washington a gagné 94-91 face à Toronto.
Tu as le dernier mot.
Le Monde aujourd'hui, VOA Afrique.
I think that sounded French. I don't know.
Morgane Gaillac et chez Rubin Dorcy dans votre compagnie. Place au dossier du jour. Première escale, Gabi, et la République centrafricaine.
Retour sur les élections présidentielles et législatives d'hier. Le dépouillement a commencé. Pour l'heure, bien sûr, aucun résultat n'a été communiqué par l'ANE, l'autorité nationale des élections. Le scrutin s'est prolongé tard dans la nuit dans certains bureaux de vote. Et sur place, nous allons faire le point avec Freeman Sipila, notre correspondant à Bangui.
Bon, selon le code électoral, la loi d'élection ici en France.
Wow, I'm just amazed at how many stations are picking up here during the middle of the day. We'll try one more band here. We'll try 9. Shortwave 9 is 17.5 to 18 megahertz. Possibly some ham band reception here. Like I say, it's doesn't decode sideband, but that's what it would sound like. Amazing. $20 radio does this well. It's just incredible.
They know in flesh. We are now going to witness in flesh, in a man,
Wow, I'll tell you, I was surprised to pick up something on that band. We'll go all the way to the 10th one, last one, 21.25 megahertz to 21.95 megahertz. So it looks like it's got a span on this radio from shortwave 1 to 10, from 3.7 megahertz to 21.95, and there's a few little gaps in between the bands, like shortwave band 4 ends at 7.35, and then band 5, or shortwave band 5, continues or picks up at 9.25. So you can see there's a pretty good gap in between there. So it's not continuous, but nonetheless, it does give you quite a few frequencies to tune around with. I don't know if we're going to get anything down here in the 21 megahertz band, but I figured since it was doing so well on the other ones, we'd just give it a little spin and see if we could pick something up. I'm not really picking up anything here, so it looks as if there might not be anything going on. Not quite anything there, I don't think. But anyway, it is just on a really amazing radio, what it can pick up. And this is in the middle of the day. At night, it just picks up all kinds of things. And I won't bother with the AM/FM scan. It's really good too. Boy, you just can't go wrong with this radio. It'd be great radio to introduce somebody to shortwave radio. Perhaps it's easy to use, easy to understand. Just explain the band switch and where to look on the dial when you're tuning, and not really much else to it. Not hard concept to grasp or anything. And I like it a lot. It's a really a good receiver, and if you're looking for something to play with and not have a lot of money involved, this is definitely the one to pick. Keep it in your car, or just take it with you when you go on a trip, or just if you're bored on a rainy Saturday afternoon, see what you can pick up. This has all been done with just the little telescoping antenna, which isn't very long. I want to say maybe it's all of 18 inches long, perhaps. So I imagine if you clip some wire, alligator clip with some wire to it, you could probably get some better reception. I suppose at some point you'd probably overload the receiver if you get too much signal going into it. But yeah, it's a really nice receiver. It's it's a $20 radio. It's not it's nothing. It's not like you're gonna pick it up and say, "Wow, this is the best quality radio I've ever held in my hands," or anything. But for the price, it is well built, and it does. The tuning knob is nice and smooth. It's not all stiff and grainy, and it really does well. So, if you're interested in a smaller shortwave radio, I would highly recommend the Tecsun R9012. And this is the Radio Geek. Until next time, see ya.